So in this video, I am going to explain how to write a CNC part program for circular interpolations. So in the earlier videos, I explained the circular interpolations by using the endpoint coordinates and radius value. Now in this video I want to explain by using the IJ method, that is the center point. Once if we know the start point, for example if you see here there is a two curvatures are shown in this diagram. S is the start point, E is the end point, and this curve is made in this direction, that is the counterclockwise direction, and C be the center of the curve. Okay. So now we can use the IZ method, how we can write a program that I want to explain. Similarly, in the another curve also you can see that this is the starting point, ending point, and the center point. So now we can see that how we can write these coordinates for the I value and J value. Once if you understand, you can easy to write the C code. Okay, now let us first start with G21 metric units and G94 feet per minute, and the wherever the position of the tool is there, first send to the home position, for which we just will go for the incremental mode G91 and G28 Z0, then send the table to the reference point or home position, that is the X0 Y0. Then spindle load the tool M06 T01, spindle start rotating M03 S1200. Now decide the starting point. So now the starting point, let us the center of the workpiece I am taking as the starting point. So that is now it is controller is in the relative mode. I want to change relative mode to the absolute mode. Again you can enter G90 and rapid speed G00, X0, Y0, and Z just 5 mm above the workpiece I will take as a entry point. Okay. Now let us for example I want to make this contour in counterclockwise direction, start from the horizon to this end point. For example, assuming that this radius of this curvature is 25 mm, then with reference to the starting point, so first we have to mention the what is the coordinates of the end point. For example, the starting point is 0 0, so in this direction x is negative and in this direction x is positive. Okay, for example this radius is 25 and here it's 25, so x is the minus 50. Now here you can mention that because of this is a what we can say that the tool will enter the tool will enter, because tool is just above the 5 mm above the workpiece. So first we have to bring the tool to the inside, that is suppose 2 mm depth you want, so that you can write Z minus 2 mm. So now the tool is enter 2 mm inside the workpiece at that starting point, that 0 0. Now the x is the end point of the x you can mention here, and the curve the contour turning is in the counterclockwise direction, so you can use the G03 for counterclockwise direction, and end point coordinates y is 0, only x is changes 50 minus 50, x minus 50, and y is 0, so need not enter. Okay, and I value here I you can write from here, this is the horizon we are assuming. From horizon, the center point shifted towards the left. For towards the left, I is taken as a negative value and J is the same. J is the same, so J is not shifted. J value representing the Y direction, I value representing the X direction. Now, from the starting point to the center point, how many units is shifted, that you can take I value is 25 and J value is 0. So, and because of the left side, it's taking the minus value. So, I minus 25 and J 0. so that once it's completed this curvature. Okay, so then once it's completed, then you can lift the tool G01, Z5, then M05 and M30 spindle star. Okay, now let us for example just verify this code how it will be obtaining cycle start. Now let us see that from this, so that left. Okay, so now here it's starting point and this is the ending point. Okay, suppose same starting point this, and it want to move in clockwise direction. Let's just change this program. Okay, for clockwise direction this code is G02, G02, and here for example starting point this horizon, and the end point coordinates, for example this also radius is 25 and the center point is shifted from starting point to this point. Okay, so that is in the positive x direction. Okay, so now for example the radius is 25, this 25, 25, 50, then here x value is the plus 50, x value is plus 50, and I also it's shifted towards right, so I is the positive value. So then you can use I 25 and j is 0. So the same program, just see that reset and cycle start. Now from the center point it will start, and in clockwise direction the curvature is obtained. Okay, so likewise you can use the ISA method. So only thing is that with reference to the starting point, how many units shifted center point in x direction and y direction. X direction value is I and y direction value is j. From the s towards left the I value is negative, towards right I value is positive, and from the s above j value is positive and below j value is negative. That also you can see in